Good afternoon to all my wonderful viewers out there. Today, we've got to do part two of our series talking about the Supreme Spring-Summer 2020 releases. And in today's part, we're going to be talking about the Spring-Summer 2020 tees. Now, just quickly, you may notice that during this series, I'm going to dedicate a video to doing the tees and a video to doing the tops. What's the difference between tees and tops? Well, tops are like this piece that I have here. I'll just showcase it to you now. So a top is a piece where it's cut and sewn, where the graphic is cut and sewn into the actual garment itself. It's not printed on, it's cut and sewn into the fabric. So it's part of the fabric. It's not something that I can just scratch off. It's not printed on. That is a top. And what we're going to be talking about today, or specifically in this video, is not the tops. We're going to be talking about the tees, which is like this Monster Cat tee here, where it's printed on. It's not part of the fabric. It's not cut and sewn like the tops are. They've just printed the logo or design on it. So this is usually generally the smallest section of a Supreme seasonal drop. They generally don't do a lot of tees. As I said though, the downside to tees, which you couldn't figure out what the downside was when I was explaining the difference between a top and a tee, the downside to a tee is that the graphic isn't a part of the fabric, so wear and tear, washing it, just age can actually wear away the graphic to the point where you just have a blank t-shirt and no graphic at all. That is the downside to tees, and I kind of wish that we would move away from the trend of doing tees for collections and stuff, because the graphics just don't last. Every single time you buy a vintage piece, it's because they've done it in the top format, where the graphic is part of the fabric, so it doesn't wear away super easy. It stays there. As long as the piece doesn't get bleached or anything like that, the graphic will stay there basically for its whole lifespan. And that's why like vintage band tees, or realistically vintage band tops, last forever. And that's why the graphics last forever, because they're normally done, or at least back in the day they were normally done, as tops. So then you wouldn't have instances where after like 3 or 4 washes your graphics start to go away. No, that's why they lasted so long. Now that we've cleared that up though, now that you guys know the difference between tops and tees, now, unfortunately, we've got to talk about the tees in this video. So we'll head over to the HYPEBEAST article, which has all the tees dropping in this spring-summer 2020 season for Supreme. As I said though, it is the smallest section, so get ready for only a couple items, but get keen nonetheless. Let's head over to the HYPEBEAST article and talk about the Supreme tees dropping in spring-summer 2020. And here we are with arguably the most iconic tee to come out this season. It is a season that is filled with a little bit of controversy, all because of this tee. It is the Tupac Shakur photo tee. A lot of people aren't okay with Tupac being featured on a Supreme tee, wearing Supreme boxes, because all these reasons that he'd be against the idea of the consumerism that is surrounded by Supreme. He wouldn't be about Supreme's message as a brand. He wouldn't be about that. I'm going to cover that in another video. It doesn't need to be said or talked about in this video. We're just going to be talking about what's releasing, and I'll talk about all the politics and everything surrounding Tupac being on a tee another time. I reckon it deserves its own video. So today, let's just talk about the actual tees that are releasing in it. So, Supreme Spring Summer 2020 tees, led by a Tupac Shakur photo tee shirt. Okay, Supreme has oh my god, go away, HYPEBEAST. Supreme has revealed its collection of Spring-Summer 2020 t-shirts to start off the new decade, offering apparel that ranges from the reflection of history's greatest cultural icons to token pieces for your rotation. Spring-Summer 2020 is led by a photo tee by the one and only Tupac Shakur, featured as a hologram with his head down, sporting a digital imaged white Supreme box logo boxes as seen in an early teaser video. A gold cross chain hangs from the late rapper's neck to create a subtle yet strong contrast for the tonal black tee. Reflecting an iconic accessory, Pac was often seen swaggering. The collection also highlights fashion industry legend Naomi Campbell with the red t-shirt utilizing a classic monochromatic photo of the model taken by Pamela Hansen and elevated with illustrations by Martin Gonzalez. Digging into its archives, Supreme pulls imagery from its 2001 calendar shot by Jamil GS, offering the collectibles sensation over and cherished focused May photograph against the white and grey t-shirts respectively. The brand continues its expedition of the past with a colourful graffiti logo, a tie-dye short sleeve, and neon green long sleeve presenting words as newspaper and magazine cutouts. The arts also explored on the tan Supreme masterpieces and navy blue comedy and tragedy t-shirts, while animation takes center stage on the Black Panther piece. A minimalistic Supreme logo t-shirt rounds up the collection, arriving in a stew hue of red and contrasted by white brand print and the phone number of Supreme's authorized dealer in New York City. Check out the lookbook above and look at the collection release on February 20th at Supreme's New York, LA, and European locations, while Japan should see a February 22nd release. Supreme's online store is expected to release the items on February 27th, the first week, but you can, as I said, get it earlier on February 20th. So let's dive into the 11 tees, with the first one being the 2-pack one. So this tee, it's a pretty cool tee, not gonna lie. It's an iconic wrapper on the front of it with, you know, in one of his iconic poses wearing his most iconic clothing. There's not much else to be said about it. They've done the image really well. I would pick it up if, yeah, I mean, it's going to run quite a bit. These tees always do. The artist photo tees always do. So this 2-pack one is going to be no exception. This is going to be more of one of the expensive ones. But remember, I talked about the downside of tees. The more you wear this, the more faded it's going to get, the more it's going to wear away. These tees are more collector's pieces these days. Pops are more what you want to wear. So something like this, I would much rather have in like a frame than I would to wear it. Might wear it like once or twice, but I wouldn't want to buy it to wear it regularly, because that tee's print, you wash it a lot, you wear it a lot, it's going to disappear before you even know it. I know my friend Dorian, he had the Madonna tee from a couple seasons ago. That thing disappeared, or is disappearing so quickly, it's not even funny. Tees, I really try and avoid, mainly because of that reason. I don't like the graphics wearing away and losing what made it so special in the first place. But again, I would try and pick this up as more of a collector's piece, and not so much as a statement piece to wear in outfits and stuff like that. I've got other stuff that could be worn as statement pieces. So it is a cool tee. I'd pick it up, all dependent on the price there. Moving on to the second tee. It's cool. It's cool, featuring a bunch of chains, money, and some underwear by the looks of it. Not hugely sought after this. The tees are going to be very hit or miss for me. It's either going to be like, oh my god, this is an amazing piece, or it's going to be, like, I could miss out on it. Tees aren't usually the most sought after pieces. I wouldn't buy into tees if you're looking to make a buck on them, unless it's an artist tee like the 2-pack one. But this one here, it's alright. It's alright. If someone was to give it to me, or if it was like under retail, maybe, but not one of the most sought after pieces in this collection. Moving on to the third tee. This is a very cool graphic. I actually quite like this graphic. On the baby blue tee that we have it here, it actually pops quite a lot because of the use of, you know, reds, yellows, and greens in the actual, you know, stylize of the font. It actually pops really, really well on the blue. I've been trying to avoid baby blue tees though. I just don't have a lot that I could wear baby blue with, so that's why. I don't want to buy into a lot of baby blue because I don't see myself wearing it a lot. Even the like bluish greenish cause Uniqlo tee that I bought a while back in the spring summer 2019 collection, barely wear that. So I reckon this would just be another tee that would go in the, you know, unworn pile, if you get what I mean. So if this was on a hoodie, definitely would be interested in it, but because it's on a tee, I think it's just gonna have to be a miss for me because I just couldn't see myself wearing it. We'll move on though. This is the tie-dye one with, wow, Supreme, what looks to be, it was Jesus Christ, I think, loved by the children. I don't know. I wasn't paying too much attention to the actual article itself. It's kind of cool, but I'm not a huge fan of tie-dye. Tie-dye looks kind of tacky. It looks like I could wear this to a festival. Looks like if I want to do a HYPEBEAST article, HYPEBEAST outfit, I could wear this to a festival. It's just not my kind of thing that I'd wear day to day. Like when I was looking at the Travis Scott merch, I was avoiding all the tie-dye stuff because tie-dye, I think, would only work with me on a hoodie. Honestly, I don't think tie-dye would work with me on a tee. So probably going to miss out on this one as well. Okay, so this is the one that it was talking about before with the iconic photo. Because I don't know a lot of the history behind the person in the photo, I'm going to say it's a skip for me. Just not going to really go for it. It's cool how it's got the cute little graphics on it and the Supreme spelled incorrectly, but it's not doing much for me. I wouldn't go crazy for it. And as I said, the graphics going to like tear away after a couple washes and stuff. So not really for me. Moving on, this has been voted as like one of the worst tees out of the whole collection. Like people are really not keen on this one. It's got Supreme and a little box logo on the front with Sacred, Unique, Psycho, Ready, Electro, Murdered, and Everyone. It's just really weird, man. It just looks like a bunch of newspaper cutouts on this like very green tee. I don't know what they were thinking for this tee. This tee is definitely not going to hit very well. If this is probably going to be the cheapest garment that you can buy, excluding accessories, obviously, the cheapest garment that you can buy in this collection. It's not gonna sell well. It's just not gonna do well. I mean, maybe that's all just gonna come and bite me on the butt later on, but I cannot see this selling really well when it drops. It's just such a whack piece, man. Like, when would you wear this? When you want to dress up as a tennis ball that's covered in newspaper? That's probably it, man. Like, it's just super whack. Super, super weird. We'll move on to the next one. Tee number 7. This is more something I can get around, something that's like a little bit seductive. Supreme's known for doing photo tees with, you know, seductive imagery. I could get around this. It's pretty cool. Probably would get it in the grey, actually. The grey actually looks quite nice. I'd have to see how much it comes out as, but this is actually kind of a cool tee. Supreme does have some good tees that they've released over the past couple seasons. It's just that it's so, like, roll of the dice, man. 1 in 6, like, is probably the, you know, the odds of getting a good tee released in a Supreme capsule, you know. But yeah, I would pick this up. All depends on the price, though. Depends on how much it's going to go for. See what I mean? It's that roll of that dice. See what Supreme's going to release. I'm not feeling this, man. This looks like what's his name from Tom and Jerry? Tom and Jerry, yeah, but just like satanic. Not feeling it, man. I wouldn't pay a lot for this. I'd give you like 20 bucks for it if you came up to me and offered it to me. I would not be keen. Again, am I the only one feeling this way? Roll of the dice. Oh, struck out this time too. Yeah, this one's definitely not for me either. Like, 20 bucks. Come up to me with this, you're like, I just bought this from the store. 20 bucks. I would not pay more than 20 bucks for a tee like this. It's just not doing much. Not doing much. And as soon as I wash it two or three times, the graphics are really going to start cracking already. I know I give, like, you know, tees that, you know, that bad imagery that it's going to start cracking after a few washes, but depending on how hardcore your washing machine is, it could easily go in a couple washes. Like, not go, like disappear, but start cracking, start peeling off. It's just not what you'd want. I'm more of a tops guy because I could wear it like 50 times and the graphic will still be there, bright as day, easy to see, no issues. That's my kind of thing. Tees, they're missed opportunities, man. We should stop doing tees because they just wear away. Okay, they've done well with this one. Basic, Supreme's iconic logo on it, New York City, and a phone number by the looks of it. Clean, you give this to me in black, I'll give you 40 bucks. No, there you go, double the 20, I'll give you 40. It's just, yeah, I don't know. They're not exciting. They're not really like something that I'm like super like jumping after. If someone offered to me like super cheap, maybe, but it's not something I'm super like clambering after for. It's kind of like, it's alright. Moving on to the final tee. This imagery, or at least a very similar image to this, has been plastered on some of the outwear on the jackets. We talked about that in the previous video. Check the description section below if you want to check that out. yeah, nah. This is kind of a cool tee. Wouldn't mind it maybe in white, just so the image stands out a bit more, because from a distance I reckon you'd kind of get lost in all the colors and everything the image has, so using a lighter canvas I think would be the way to go. I'll have to see what colors it comes out in and which week it drops in, but I reckon when I cover the weeks, week after week after week, we'll know for sure. But yeah, not feeling this one as much. It's still an alright tee, but it needs to be in a different color. So if it comes in a different color, maybe, but yeah, not scrambling after this one. So that unfortunately was it though. See what I mean? It's like super short. There's like nothing in the tees section. The top section is where it's at. I think Supreme's learned that by now. Tops are where it's at. Tees, not so much. Let me know, guys, which is your favorite tee? I mean, obviously it's going to be this one, right? Like, am I the only one saying that? This is going to be your favorite tee. There might be a couple people after this one here, but yeah, I can't imagine many other I mean, maybe that one as well. That one's kind of steezy. Yeah, yeah. Oh, maybe that one as well. That one as well could be a hit. I could see that one being a hit. Yeah, there's not much. There's not much in the tee department. There's only 11 options, but some of them are alright. Some of them are just so whack. I mean, that's very Supreme to do that. Make very whack tees, but yay, you know, like what? That's just crazy. Let me know either on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or the comment section below. What are your thoughts on the tees? Which is your favorite? Is it the 2-pack one? It's definitely the 2-pack one, isn't it? I can see that. I can see that. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in that comment section below, guys. That is all the Supreme tees releasing in their Spring/Summer 2020 collection. That's it, guys. That's all the tees this season. A lot of people were kind of underwhelmed by it. I mean, arguably even the 2-pack tee is kind of underwhelming. They could have grabbed so many iconic photos of him doing what he did best and just like altered it to make him wear like a BOGO tee or a BOGO hoodie or something. They could have done that, but instead they grabbed a hologram of him and took a photo of it. I don't know. I don't know. It looks weird. A lot of the tees, again, kind of disappointing. The stylized Supreme tee I like. The Supreme New York tee was good. But apart from that, not much in the tee department that was really good. So most of it's probably going to be a skip for me. I don't generally pick up Supreme tees, so I'm probably not going to pick up any of them really. Like, to be real with you guys, probably not going to pick up many of them. For me, if I'm going for a Supreme drop, it's usually like the outwear, the hoodies, the crew neck sweaters, something like that. Something like that, yeah. I'll try and cover the weeks for you guys and go over all the pieces in them, but the tees are not something that I'd be looking out for, but I thought I would cover them because we're going to do like the big part series where we cover everything that's in the season, guys. So we have to cover the tees. We have to cover the tees. So let me know in the comment section below how you feel about any of the tees dropping. Which is your favorite? Which could have been done better? Is this their worst season? Let me know. And that's it. So until the next Supreme video, until the next streetwear video, until the next sneaker video, guys, I'll catch you later.